Hello everyone, I'm Preston. I'm here today to hopefully share some information on a brand new concept within the real estate community called the short sale process. You're going to find that by the end of this talk here that there's going to be information that I share with you that you may have heard about already, but in many cases most people have not really heard of this new concept. You will see that in my hands I'm holding something that probably looks like a rare find, but it is called the CDPE certification. I, fortunately enough, was able to go to a class that held me for 2 days long, but at the same time it gave me information within my business that I find that within the 8 to 10 years that we're facing of what is called distressed properties in our communities around this country, that this certification is going to help me help those families out there that may be in a position that they can no longer handle their mortgage. With that, the government has worked with us and the lenders are working with us. As brokers and realtors, we must be educated in knowing the process and what we must do to help those families. The family that is in this position, when they come upon the time that there's job loss, there may be illness, divorce, incarceration is certainly one that would keep you from paying your mortgage. And things such as this will cause them to not be able to make that mortgage payment on time. The good news is that with the process and learning this process as a broker, I'm able to put into a packet that is a huge packet, by the way, into the lender or the mortgage broker that basically gives us a short sale package that allows that lender to understand that these people are in distress, that they cannot pay their mortgage any longer. The person that qualifies for a short sale, believe it or not, in our economy, the government has gone back and said, okay, we know that we're in a bad situation. We've got to understand that these people didn't necessarily want to be in this place, but they are. So with that person that they approve a short sale process for, that person within 2 years is capable to go back and get another mortgage and be able to buy a new home if their credit is to the point to where they can do that. Along with that, the credit scores that are set to the side, so to speak, for that 24-month period, they may be adjusted and lowered. But believe it or not, about the maximum that they can drop on their credit score is approximately 50 points. In reverse of that, if they went to a total foreclosure, they can go anywhere from 200 to 300 points in a credit drop. This information package that I've got here is that the packet itself will allow the credit people and the lenders and the attorneys and all these people that are in process of this to understand that this wasn't necessarily a decision by the homeowner, it was a necessary case. It will not go on their credit history. This is a huge plus for the homeowner that's in distress today. When the credit history is placed and all of a sudden they're looking at it in the long term to buy another home or whatever it is they're trying to purchase, it will only show that the finances were either settled or paid in full. Versus a foreclosure process, it's going to stamp big and hard that the foreclosure was there. So that is a huge, huge plus into this packet. The short sale is not reported on the credit history, whereas a foreclosure is. So this is an optimum opportunity that it will allow that person to understand that may be bad today, but it's going to get better in the future. As far as employment for that person that is in that position, unless they're in a situation to where an employer decides, oh, that is not part of our policy here, employers cannot just release a person or fire them, terminate them because of loss of their home. So this is a gigantic plus. In a foreclosure process, if you have a security clearance, that employer in many cases can step back and say, in this packet we see that you went into a short sale process or a foreclosure process and we are therefore terminating you. The bank, they usually will give the right not to pursue any short deficiencies in their mortgage. So in many cases, that person may be losing $20,000, $50,000, $75,000 on their mortgage payment that they were coming up short at the end. But that lender understands that they either take, at this point, what they can get and be happy with that, move on, resell the house, and put it into another homeowner's possession in hopes to build that back. Or they can go into a foreclosure and lose twice that. So the lenders are understanding that they've got to work with not only the homeowner, but they've got to work with the realtors and the brokers to make all these things happen, to be able to move our economy and be able to move this real estate process forward. The CDPE designation that I have shared with you, this is something that, fortunately for me, I had the opportunity to go in and be able to learn this process. With that, I did learn that 85% of the homeowners today that may be looking at being in the stressful position that it's either lose the home or they can't feed their family. It's literally to that point. And there's many out there. The 85% of the homeowners that will open the door and say, Miss Realtor, come on in, help me out because I need the help, I don't know what to do. It is now putting the real estate professional back into the driver's seat, so to speak. At the same time, not only are we able to earn our living once again, but we are able to help our community and help that homeowner understand that there is a way out. It may not have been the chosen way out, but it is a way out, and it's one that is so much less than what a foreclosure process. Our government, they've helped us. They really have, believe it or not. They have set up governmental programs called HAMP and HIFA. HAMP program was set up in 2009. If the homeowner that was set up at that time were eligible and they had applied for that, 90% chance, if they applied then, they most likely can apply now. These two programs were set up to help the people understand that yes, the lender's going to be willing to take less money, yes, you're going to be out of this situation, and yes, we're going to work with you to make this happen. And that includes the real estate professional, which is huge to us. The process for the homeowner stems down to a huge packet. This little packet that I'm holding in my hand is very small as compared to most. I sent out one yesterday of 153 faxed pages. But at the same time, as their real estate professional, it allows that bank plus that homeowner that is distressed to understand that they're within good hands. I want to share with you today that if you know of someone that is facing this dilemma, there is help. If you go out there and you go to hamp.com or you go to hafa.com, go to one of the governmental programs that is on site. I promise you there is help within the local communities. I thank you for your time. I hope that I've shared something that has given you information that possibly you can share with someone else. Thank you and God bless.